You got it. You got it.
Yeah, it's because I had to nip back to find my tragic backstory. I left the
Like,
screen then.
Tragedy.
like, ooh, that
Hello,
sounds really
everyone.
dumb.
Before we
Garçon.
get started, um, this is a holiday one-shot that we are running in conjunction with a fundraiser that I need to shout out. Wombat, would you like to introduce your fundraiser? Because it's the very last day, so I want to make sure that we talk about it very quickly. I'm sorry.
It's a not-for-profit mental health charity. They do a lot of education work and proactive suicide prevention.
And are you still the biggest fundraiser that this organization has?
I believe so. I believe so.
exciting.
I believe that we've got the largest drive so far, yeah.
Amazing. We are so proud of this guy. Please donate to this thing. We love him. We love you, and you should give us your money to give to them. And we are here today to play Definitely Wizards, which is an Elliot HT art game that is a game that is played with only one or a couple of D6s and a bunch of idiots who are pretending to be wizards trying to make it through school, wizard school. We're all in high school, and these fools have secured themselves detention. Do we have any other announcements before?
This is our last stream of the year.
Last stream of the year?
Yeah. Then we go into
Yes.
2023.
Yes, and we are still working out our regular streaming schedule, so please be on the lookout for that. Worst case scenario is we're back with Book of Time after we get back from Houston, which is I think the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst case scenario. We might have one
We
before that.
made the mistake of planning a group vacation. Sorry, guys. sorry.
I'm
sorry,
not sorry.
internet. I'm not sorry. Sorry,
It's
not
gonna be
sorry,
great.
internet. I'm sure you'll hear about our Houston America debauchery. We won't.
I'm sure that we will be putting it in our Discord. So everything will be cataloged there for your enjoyment.
No.
So I'm not usually in the DM seat. So hello, I'm Nikki. I used to be a forever DM. It's very strange for me to be back. This is my first time DMing, not for my family, since we've been running AWR. So if I'm a little bit rusty, I apologize. But in the interest of time, are we all ready to begin?
Just got so ominous. I love it.
All right. So to set the scene, it is New Year's Eve. The Wizard School Ball Drop Ball is tonight. But you will be spending your evening in detention. It is roughly 7 p.m. The towering Wizard School looms on the horizon as you all approach in your various methods of transportation. Abris, you are the first to arrive. Your parents are driving you in. You're in the back seat of their hover car. They are very quiet. There is some smooth improvisational jazz playing in the radio. And they drop you off the circle in front of the school, and they turn back to you and say, Bryce Everson, we're very proud of you, and we know that you can do better. So do what you have to do. Follow the instructions. We'll be here to pick you up after midnight.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for the lift.
Don't be late.
I won't.
Okay. And they turn up the radio just the slightest bit as you get out of the car and approach the massive golden doors of the Wizard Academy, and enter into a vestibule where you presume you will be waiting. Right behind your parents' car, you can hear the twanging of banjos and the howl of some Midwestern wizard song. Chadwick, your dad, pulls up in his Ford F-150 with all the hubcaps removed and an American flag on the back. And your very large, larger than you even, father grabs you by the arm before you can leave his car, puts a cigarette out in the ashtray, and says, "Now, son, don't be compromising your free ride, all right? Hanch Academy is a prestigious academy, and you got a free ride on your Slugby scholarship, so you got to do what you got to do, but you can't be doing nothing that's going to compromise, the money. We can't afford to send you on our own. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Your mama's crying. That's why she's not here. You know that, right?
Yes, sir, I know.
All right, now get out there and give him hell. I mean, don't. Follow rules and shit.
Your prep talks are confusing, Pa, but I will.
All right, go in. Puts his hand out. Go team. All right, bye.
Oh, go.
He drives away. As you walk into the vestibule, Abris, could you please describe what Chadwick sees?
So Abras is just waiting, like wherever he can find a seat, sort of just twiddling, like some trinket in his hands, just swinging his legs back and forth, keeping his head down, not really doing much else.
And Chadwick, can you please describe your character?
Yeah, just probably standing over 6 foot tall, a big lumbering sort of lumberjack looking fuck who looks very sort of bemused and slightly entertained at the same time. Blonde hair, a wispy mustache, and it's just sauntering like nothing in the world is wrong.
Awesome. As the diesel engine roars away, a Rolls Royce pulls up. No music playing, with a man in a cap in the front seat and tinted windows. And the man in the front seat stops the car in front of the school, steps out, and opens the door for the gentleman inside and says, "So we have arrived." And your chauffeur opens the door, and Sam steps out. Sam, would you like to describe your character? Mute.
Sorry.
And Sam steps out. Sam, would you like to describe your character?
So Sam is a dark blonde, a dark black hair guy with always wearing like suits or fancy suits at school. Always like taking good care of himself, always looking like good or stylish, but not too stylish. Just like a rich guy or with like with suits every time. And is you don't have a backpack, you just have a wallet, like a
Like a briefcase?
briefcase. And
Wonderful.
you will just go ahead. Thank you, Leonard. You can
Of course, sir.
you can
Your father
stick to
sent
my
me. Your father said to give you this. And he hands you a fat stack of cash. He says, "I'm very sorry that we couldn't be there, that he couldn't be here to see you off, but I'm sure that he is proud of you and wishing you."
he's not. He is never here. So money always is his response. Thank you. I guess.
He says nothing, just tips his cap to you and says, I'll be back to pick you up when detention is over.
Okay. Bye.
And as you step up toward those huge golden doors, this glittering cloud and a pop comes out. And Cece, you and your mother appear in front of the school in a cloud of arcane dust, with the smell of ozone and patchouli rising into the air. Cece, what does Sam see?
Sam would see a girl. She's like 5'9" ish, but only because she's in heels. She would never wear flats because flats are ludicrous and it's heels only here. Bald head, like perfectly shaped bald head, probably some implants on the sides, like even it out. Lots of glitter on the face and all pink everything. Pink shoes, pink nails, pink lipstick, pink extensions in her hair. You name it, it's pink.
And your mother, who is similarly dressed, but all in this pale periwinkle color, reaches around with one arm and holds her phone out with the other arm and talks into her phone, does not talk to you, and says, I'm here with my daughter, Cece, hashtag free Cece. We all know that this is bullshit. And we know that these accusations are a complete fabrication to destroy our family name and our brand. Hashtag CC forever. Hashtag brand loyalty. Hashtag family matters. So hashtag free CC, and we'll be here in a little while to pick her up and just make sure that she's okay. But we love her very much. And she kisses at the camera and says, all right, go inside.
So when I will see that, I will just mask my face with my N, so I don't appear on the story or anything. Like I don't know them.
And is just as fast as she was there, she's gone, and you are left in front of this building.
Okay. Looks for like a handicap button so she doesn't have to touch the door.
There is no handicap button. You must touch the door.
She touches the door, but then immediately like reaches into her purse and puts hand sanitizer on.
Great. And you all are gathered in this vestibule, and as you're standing there, you smell damp fur. Kind of a musty smell coming from the corner. And in the shadows, freshly maybe took a dip in the moat, the wizard school's valedictorian is here. Surprisingly, you're not quite sure how the valedictorian got detention, but the number one student in wizard school is here, apparently. Maybe they're giving a speech, you're not sure. But Wombat, what does everybody see?
You see a figure in wearing a very long trench coat that sort of runs down to the floor, with like sort of quite a lumpy body that's sort of like shifting a little bit as it's in like different places, and a strangely furry face.
All right, so as you all are milling about in this vestibule, you see lights appearing under your feet, and you are transported. Real quick, edit something. And you all appear in what you know is the library, the second floor of the library in the study area. It looks the same as it always did, except there are no doors. Can't see a single door in here. You know there were doors. Now they're not. And Professor Grand Magus Dixon is standing at the front, this wizened, horribly old, huge white beard, impressive looking beard, draped over these starry galaxy looking robes and a staff that he leans on and grips tightly with these gnarled looking fingers. And he says, "Congratulations. Welcome to detention. My name is Magus Dixon. I'm sure that you know who I am, whether or not we've had personal dealings. I will be overseeing detention today personally. It is now 7:06 p.m. You have 8 hours to consider what you have done, to think about why you're here, to ponder the legacy that you intend to leave. You will not move from these seats. You will not speak. You will not sleep. You are going to write an essay of no less than 1,000 words, describing who you think that you are. Who are you? Are you the legacy wizard? Are you the cream of the crop that wizard school always delivers? Or are you scum? I am not taking questions. Put your hand down, Miss Cece. I hope that you will, in performing this practice, learn a little something about yourselves. And in doing so, decide whether or not you care to return to detention. You see, these are preemptive measures. We do not revel in punishing our students, but sometimes we must. Any monkey business is ill-advised. There are magical wards everywhere. You will remain in this room, and you will perform the task. Should you, and it is encouraged, conjure a servant to do the task for you and finish very, very early, you will use the remainder of your time for study. Are there any questions? Yes, Cece.
Can we make it a video essay? I've got a new wick walk I want to try out, and I think this would be the perfect setting to test drive this.
I don't know anything that you just said, but it will be handwritten.
As if.
Mr. Chadwick, any questions?
Yeah, I wasn't really listening or paying attention, but what was your name again, dude?
Professor Grand Magus Dixon.
Okay, so what's your dickin? No.
Mr. Abras.
For referencing, do you prefer Chicago or Murdoch style?
Chicago style MLA, thank you.
You making pizzas, bro? Like what?
Sam. Mr.
Want
Sam.
me to write in normal calligraphy or in a fancy one?
That is your choice.
Okay.
This is your penance. Yes. And he looks rather surprised at Wombat's character. There are no bathroom passes. I apologize. I'm sure you can use your wizard skills to make that not an issue. You will remain in this room. Anything else? And in a flash and a puff of smoke, the Magus disappears. The runes beneath your feet dim, and the room is quiet. There is no one on the second floor with you. Just so you know, the layout, this side that you are on is above that conference table thing. This is the second floor of the library, so it's kind of spun around. The library is 2 floors, and you are left alone.
I forgot to mention that Sam is wearing a hat too, with his like the fancy hat.
Indoors,
Perfect.
what a rebel.
Batman.
No,
Well,
no,
to be fair,
he would have like remove it when he went in.
hats are
Because
encouraged at
he-
wizard school. Very
he is
pointy ones.
he is a gentleman. Like, so he will bring his briefcase on the table and will open it with like the clock at the, you know, when you open a briefcase, he will
Yeah.
open it
I love your Foley work.
and Wombat and CC, I forgot the name of character. Sleb, yes, Sleb and CC. Will be able to see the interior of the briefcase is all red velvet,
Mm.
and you see like on the
What
on
is
the
in the briefcase?
yeah. So on the top one is everything to ride, to ride. So there is a like a phoenix feather, but like a expensive one, like a really
Not like a cheap phoenix feather.
no, yes,
The real
like
deal.
the real deal. And then right next to it, you have like a lot of oof, anchor. No, it's not anchor because
Ink?
ink. Yes, a lot of ink bottle with different color, and it is written different thing to each typo, like different ink to each typo he's using. And in the other part, there is like a change suit. If something goes bad, he can change. There is his like manual, and there is a lot of
So what is he
study.
doing in this briefcase?
He's
What does everybody see
gonna
you do?
he's gonna get his like feather and ink out.
You're gonna get started writing.
Yeah.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Abras will do the same. Not
Um,
with as fancy material, but he's going to do the same.
yeah, Chadwick doesn't. He has like maybe a wizard hat on his side and just like reaching into it, which he uses as a makeshift backpack. Pulls out a straw, gets some paper, starts wadding it up, and then starts shooting it at Abras as he starts writing.
CC is going to get up and go towards one of the bookcases on the left side of the room, and she's going to start fiddling the shelves. I know I left like a flask in here somewhere. Which book did I? Chadwick, honey, I need your height. Please.
Sure, babe. It's not like coming over. Wait, which one are you? Are you the one with the fiery hair or the
Bald
one with the
one.
bottle?
The bald one with the bottle.
I can't see very well. Oh,
This is me, and
oh,
this
that's
is
you. Wait. Yeah, I can't make that. Yeah, he'll just come over and help you.
I think it's the one up there. It's that one. One of them has something in it.
Starts pulling
All right.
books out onto the floor.
One of the books flops open and very clearly is not arcane, but the cover of it is. It says spell book on the cover, but it is full of Archie comics. But it does say spell book on the cover.
Yeah, dude, this will be good.
And
Is
then
this
your
the one
flask
where, like-
falls out of another one.
Is that the one where Veronica totally takes Archie away from Betty?
I don't know, dude. I don't read the things.
Oh, sweetie. She like spins the top off the flask and like just swigs out of it. Want some? We're gonna be here a while.
Sure. Takes a drink.
Wombat, what are you doing?
I think we'd probably just get up and sort of wander over to one of the other two who are just sort of sitting down and writing and just like peering down at their paper.
A musk hovers over you, Sam and Abris. And there's a shadow over your shoulder.
Can you give me space, please?
What is this thing?
Walks over to the other one. Does the same thing.
Abris.
Abris just looks up at him for a few seconds, then just goes back to writing.
In that brief second that you look up, you see like a very monkey-like face with a slug sort of just crawling up the side of it. And he looks down and goes, "Ooh, ooh." And he sort of like raises a hand, the trench coat sort of slightly over still, and just like sort of points at your paper.
Abras like clenches his hands near the paper, but just doesn't react and gets back to writing.
Do any of you have communication devices? I know that Cece does.
I feel
Yes,
like
I have to, so I can call my
You have two?
bodyguard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And everything, and manage my my part of the company, and that's it.
Perfect. The business phone and the personal phone.
Yes.
Yeah, depending on how like attentive everybody is or how well they know Cece, they'll know she has her bright pink iPhone in her hand at all times, but also in the bottom of her purse in a sealed pocket, she has a neon pink Motorola Razr for work. Can't super.
Anybody else?
Abras has like an iPad that he uses for reading and sketching, mostly.
Great.
Chadwick's lost 3 phones this week. He's not allowed another one.
Okay, well, all of you who have communication devices, they are abuzz with activity. The ball drop ball is being set up a few miles away at a hall that the students have rented with their graduation money. And there are pictures of it being set up, of the pyrotechnics that they've got started. They got Lizzo. Lizzo's gonna be there. Lizzo, of course, is the lizard folk bard who we all know and love very much. It's just exploding with activity of all of these people preparing the things that they're going to be wearing, the elaborate ball gowns that they've conjured from nothing, and your feeds are swimming with excitement.
My God, did you guys see what Janelle just posted on Insta Scroll? They're getting Lizzo. You guys don't care, do you?
Dude, I freaking love Lizzo. Cold Hearted Killer was like the rap song. Like, the rap song!
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? You, the little one with the iPad. Sorry.
Looks
Pour
up.
in my mouth doesn't taste good.
Looks up.
Your name?
It's Abras. Head back down.
How much money for you to write a couple of essays so we can just go?
Not taking your money, I'm working on my own stuff.
Just think about like all of the upgrades you could have on this thing. You could get the new one. Without the cracks in the screen.
This one is just fine. My parents have paid for everything I need.
Huh. That's never failed before.
Sam, you know that your father, Matthew McConaughey, is a huge Lizzo fan and has been trying to get backstage at a Lizzo concert for years, but has
And
not been able to yet.
and Lizzo, what is I was following, but
He wasn't listening.
Lizzo is the entertainment for the night at the Ball Drop Ball.
oh, okay. But he doesn't pay attention to me, so why would I pay attention to it?
That's a good question. From downstairs, you can hear the emptying of a waste bin, kind of the rustle and tapping of Wombat. You know this person very well. And you guys can decide how you are associated with him. But Carl the janitor, this enormous orc gentleman, is rolling a trash can and manually, clearly having no wizardly talents, emptying a waste bin. And he finds a shoe that you can see they're looking over the balcony or looking down the stairs. He picks the shoe out of the trash and dumps it in a box that's near the conference table on the first floor of the library. Wonderful that, and just keeps going around emptying trash cans.
I guess we head down to the table and have a look in the box. But to everyone who's like watching us leave, it's very much like almost like just floating sort of thing as the trench coat sort of drags along the ground. There's like a little bit of a like trot, but like it just almost floating sort of thing across
Looks
the
very
ground.
much like he's levitating, like a wizard should. So as you go down to Carl, Carl raises a hand and says, "Oh, hello, slib slab, big bab, Jim Jam. Isn't this detention? Surprised to see you here. You're a good kid. You keeping your nose clean?" That's my guy. That's right. All right. You keep on keeping on. And he slaps you on the back, and the
His
trench
hand gets
coat
covered
kind
in
of,
slime.
yeah. And he just goes, "That's fine. That's fine. That's what the overalls are for." And he goes behind a bookcase, kind of squeezes behind a bookcase to start sweeping behind a bookcase until you don't hear him anymore. And when you look into this box, there is one high top sneaker, a white high top sneaker in this box. There's also a pair of spectacles. They are round and kind of wiry, very large for a human face, golden, and an odd mitten or two, lost pen. Looks like the lost and found.
Shoe in trench coat pocket. Glasses sort of on face. Pen doing the like pen mustache thing. And then puts the bins on his hands.
Awesome. So you're drumming on bins. So, Chadwick, while you're reaching up to these bookshelves and kind of grabbing around up here, you can feel a draft coming from the ceiling where Dixon had disappeared.
I'm going to try and use my bulging biceps and lift myself closer to the draft so that I can examine it.
Go ahead and give me the first roll of the game. Give me
Oh
a
my
wild
God.
roll.
Wild. That's a 4.
Okay, give me another D6 roll, please.
That's a 6.
Perfect. Add 1 to your wild. So all of you can see this. Wombat, maybe you can just hear it. Over this din of your street drumming. The bookcase that Chadwick is climbing rips in half. Just from the middle, just all the way down, all of it shreds. And there is an enormous racket as the entire bookshelf collapses and falls in perfect halves around Chadwick. And
Honey, I know you
crashes to the floor.
struggle with them letters, but like you didn't have to rip it apart.
Are they doing this next to me?
Yes, they're right next to you.
So I'm gonna pack my thing and go on the other side of the room next to whoever's.
Igris?
Yeah.
Okay, he's right there too. You're both up there. It's not a very big balcony. They're loud, and as you get closer to the stairs, there's also drumming.
Like, what were you trying to do? What was the vision? Walk me through it.
Listen, brah. You didn't see nothing, okay? That was just... That, like, totally wasn't me, okay? That was just... It just happened. It was Mr. Dixon Watson. Yeah.
I trust you, Boo Boo. I believe you like 110%.
Cha. And immediately walks away from the scene of the crime.
Alrighty. As that's occurring, Wombat, you hear Carl, the janitor, come around from the a different bookcase, one that he didn't go behind, and just sort of appears with his trash can at the top of the stairs, not having to roll his trash can. Just says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll clean this up. Hey, what are you guys writing?" He leans over.
Yeah, like what are you guys writing? And she slides a $10 bill across your desk.
Carl's like,
Chris?
"Thanks."
Okay.
I do accept tips. What are you guys writing?
Hey, Carl. We're writing
Hey,
about
Chris.
ourselves.
Has Dixon got you on that old self-exploration thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know that's a bunch of bullshit, right?
That's what I'm saying.
The real test, the real wizarding test, is getting out. It's got nothing to do with the essay at all.
We gotta go explore. It's like our last night of the year. Let's go have a good time. Let's get out of this joint and go to the party. Guys, it's Lizzo.
Cha.
Why would I want to go to the party? I'm just gonna get picked on by the cool kids and ignored by the cute girls.
Cha.
Honey, have you met my friend Sandra? She's the little blonde mousy one. You can have her if you want to come with us. You can just...
Carl leans in. Listen, I went to school here too. And I know what high school can be like. You and I, similar. Yeah. You're going to do just fine out there. You just got to get out there. Because one day you're going to own all the companies that these popular people work for. Yeah.
Cha.
Thanks, Carl.
With the guy next to him owning a company.
You don't own anything, your daddy owns it.
Yeah, but I'm managing a little bit of it.
Sorry, can we go back up? What do you mean real test is escaping?
That's always been the tradition with detention. I know you haven't been in here before. Chad's been in here. But
I have.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
last week, as a matter of fact.
That was you, dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah, every week.
Here's your
So
3 phones, by the way.
you
Dude.
now have 3 phones.
Phones.
All
Yeah.
of them have notifications on them, and all 3 of them show when you open them up. They still have battery because magic. And when you open them up, there are 9,473 notifications. And some of them are for tonight. So the real measure of success here isn't whether or not you get your essay done. It's whether or not you can figure out how to break out. It's wizard school tradition, don't you know it? Maybe you don't, because you don't come here often. Chad knows, I think. Right, Chad?
I do. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So hey, you can write your essay if you want, but that's what Dixon's really looking for. Is a show of your skill. He knows you can write on paper. That's not a real test. It's not a real exploration of what he's trying to teach you. What he's trying to teach you is fuck the rules, you're a wizard, right?
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
inspirational.
Fuck
Brings out
rules,
her
dude.
phone, goes to Witcher and writes a fleep. Hashtag fuck the rules. Hashtag you're a wizard. And
You're a wizard, Abris. Um, so I'm gonna pretend that we didn't have this talk, and I'm just gonna go
What
keep doing my
talk?
rounds. Exactly. And he picks up the halves of the bookcase easily under one arm. All the books are still on the floor. And he rolls his trash can into a wall and phases through it. And he is gone.
So anybody else like totally inspired right now? I'm just so blessed for this opportunity to be here.
See, I am like not missing Lizzo. Not at all, bro. We're getting out
Right?
tonight.
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 With the
New year,
bookcase removed,
new
that
us.
draft
day.
is now obvious to all of the people on the second floor. There's this kind of stale but persistent airflow coming from the ceiling where that bookcase just was.
Well,
You
it would
totally
be nice to get some things of mine back.
Wombat, what are you doing? Perfect.
I'm just saying we could go that way.
Is it like through the wall, or is it the ceiling that the draft's coming from?
There's something coming from the ceiling, and these ceilings are about 8 feet tall.
There's
Okay.
no vent or anything, right? It's just like coming from the roof.
Maybe there is a vent. Right now, it just looks like a ceiling.
I'm
So-
gonna.
Abris is gonna. Oh, sorry, you go, Chris.
No, you go.
Abris is gonna get up and walk over to the draft, and he's gonna. 1 second. Let me just find what it's called. No, that's not the right screen. He's gonna use Singe to get like a small flame on his finger and sort of figure out where the draft is coming from.
It is coming from that like corner of the wall toward the inside of the room. The flame bends toward the inside of the room like there's something coming from the ceiling and rolling down the wall.
Okay, so I just rolled for wizard. What happens if we roll higher than what we need again?
Tell me what
Like
you
my
got.
wizard score? I got a 4.
Roll again.
Fuck. 5.
Perfect. Tell me how one of your gadgets interrupts this spell.
I don't know.
Also add one to your is it wizard or what? I think it's wizard. Nope.
Wizard,
Add
yeah.
one to wild.
Wild? Okay.
Mhm.
Fuck. Alright, so as Abris like goes to lift up his thumb with the flame on it, this little wire sticking out of his wrist, partially melts. We'll say, like the cap of it partially melts, and this jet of air that, if anyone's close enough can hear, just shoots out and extinguishes the flame.
Oh no. So I would say that anybody on the second floor can see that or hear it. Not that you necessarily know what it is, but it's there. But in that brief instance before this horrible malfunction, you saw what you saw in the flame. It flickered toward the inside of the room.
Alright. He's just gonna go up to like the way it flickered and just investigate it.
What are you doing to investigate it?
Just seeing if there's like any openings or maybe like loose panels or anything like that.
It does look like there's a loose panel right there. 8 feet up.
Chad, could you help me with something?
Okay, Dingus, but like, only if this gets us somewhere closer to getting out. If it does, I'll tell all the dudes on the Slugby team that you're like totally a little bit cooler than you were.
That actually does sound kind of nice. Well, I'm sure it would lead to something. So, if you could just try and take that off, it just points where the draft's coming from.
Sure, dude. You never seen the Slugby team fight song, bro? And he's gonna go and do a fight song and end it with some sort of a thunderclap and try and force it down.
So are you doing a muscle roll or are you doing
I'm doing a
wizard
muscle roll.
Okay. Roll me that wild.
Wild. I rolled a 2.
Perfect. Tell me what it looks like. How are you making it look like a wizard spell? Because you know that you're supposed to be a wizard.
He's sort of doing some sort of variation, probably very culturally appropriated, of a hacker, which he probably thinks is really cool. And doing all that and try to like make it seem like he's calling on some sort of spirit and then unleashing it at the ceiling.
And the tile blows inward and crashes against something metallic and then falls to the floor and shatters, making another racket, but not quite as much of a racket as the bookshelf being dismembered. And Carl does not materialize, but you are now looking up into the dim interior of a metallic vent.
So while
Squirt,
seeing
please.
this, Sam will pack up his thing and close the wall because his friend is going somewhere. And yeah,
Okay, this vent is 8 feet up. What's the plan?
It looks dark in the vent. Like the vent is probably dark.
It's
There's no
dim.
light in a vent.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
dim.
light in here, so it's ambient. Wombat, you can hear what's going on upstairs over your drumming.
Probably would have sort of looked up. Lips fall, pen mustache
Pen.
falls off. He just sort of makes his way back upstairs.
All right, so you're all on the second floor looking up into this dimly lit vent. What's the plan?
Cece is going to rummage through her pink patent Coco Chanel purse, pull out a little baggie of like a light blue powder, reach for her wallet for like a crumpled up $2 bill and a credit card, and she's going to start cutting lines of like powder from her bag. And she's essentially going to snort like a flying substance, a hovering substance, push herself up to the bookend to see if she can fit in that space.
Definitely looks like it's big enough to fit you. Give me a wild roll.
6.
Roll again.
2.
All right, you snort this and you begin to levitate and you drop back down. The potency must be off. But everybody saw you do this. That was not wizard magic.
Must have
I
done
quit.
too much last night. My tolerance is too high.
Sled would just like sort of look up, sort of scratch his back, and then sort of after having sort of reaches into his pockets, pulls out his hands covered in a sort of slime substance, and then just sort of starts sticking his hands on the wall and pulling himself up.
Are you casting the wizard slime or are you using your wild slime?
Wild.
Let's go.
4.
Roll again.
3.
Add 1 to your wild. This works, but something goes wrong. And as you're climbing up, your feet and tail are briefly exposed as everyone,
Which one of my feet?
I don't know, you tell me, can see up your skirt for the first time as you climb up. They get a brief little glimpse before the trench coat, you kind of go upside down and the trench coat is still covered.
Cool. So what you see is monkey legs wrapped around 2 wombats, holding them as he climbs his way up the wall.
I fucking knew it.
I must have done way too much because I'm seeing things.
All right, how are the rest of you getting up?
Let me look at my class.
So
Muscle is anything muscle related.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna get up. So Thomas, you want to figure yours out?
but I need Nikki approval on the last thing I wrote
You
to her.
sent to me? Yeah, I can't. That's fine. It's going to be a wild roll. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay because you need.
So describe what happens.
So you see, I'm coming with the briefcase and like I threw the briefcase, but it started floating a little bit, and I just put my 2 feet on it and I tried to fly. And start my briefcase is starting to lift me up to the vent.
All right, give me a roll.
Man, so
1.
rich he's got a hoverboard.
That's
A
a
1. Tell me how you make this look like a perfectly executed wizard spell.
I step on it and like I do a little like with my finger, so that like it like and a wind effect just appear under it to lift me up.
Brilliant. You are also in the vent. Abris and Chadwick. What are you guys doing? Oh, and Cece. Cece's still on the ground.
Abras is eyeing that door near the bookshelves. Like, that looks a lot safer.
What door?
Not door, the like the bookshelves that I split. Like that area.
That's where they are.
Oh,
So they are
okay.
going through the ceiling above the bookcase. the
Yep,
former
okay.
bookcase.
Scratch that. In that case, Abras is gonna like shoot his palm upwards and summon like a green vine. So yeah, that'd be wild, and I'll explain why in a bit.
Sure.
2.
Great. Explain to me how you make this look like a wizard spell.
So before he actually shot upwards, he palmed the seed and dropped like a few bits of water on it, and then basically just aimed up so he could get like a vine grapple.
Right. So this vine, this beanstalk materializes and has perfectly placed leaves that are just wide enough and just stable enough to hold your weight that you can ladder your way straight up. Are you leaving it there for the other two?
Yeah, sure, that'd be nice.
Do you guys just climb up?
DC 100% climbs up.
I'll let Cece go
And,
first
like-
to see if it takes her weight.
It is taking her weight. You are larger.
Yeah.
Halfway up, she just hears Drax. V5, 5.
I'm gonna try and climb up it and see if it holds.
It does hold.
Yeah, dude.
You are all in the ventilation system for the school. And this is what you see.
Ooh.
That star is where you came in. There is ambient light enough to get you, part way in, kind of see the curves, but as it turns corners, you don't know where it goes.
How well do we know the layout of the school?
It changes.
Fuck. Okay.
You're actually, Abris, surprised because you have studied the mechanisms that move the pieces of the school. You're surprised to even find there is a ventilation system that might be connecting other rooms, but maybe they just shift underneath. Maybe there's something that they haven't told you. Strange kind of setup. Why would they need a ventilation system? So I am going to need to know where you are going and in what order. If you would please place your tokens.
We're probably in the order we climbed up in.
Well, you can choose to go in different directions.
Yeah.
But as far as there's enough room for you to pass each other. These are big vents.
Didn't bring knee pads. This is gonna be so bad for my skin. Can we
Yeah,
move
you do have to
faster?
crawl. You do have to crawl.
She's like pulling her skirt down. Like, can we go?
You can feel another draft coming from this way, kind of down in this area, and it turns a corner to your left up here.
Which
Where
way,
do you go?
sorry?
Is
Up here, it
Mhm.
turns a corner that you can't see around, and there is a draft coming from this way.
We should follow
well,
the
a draft
to
got
glitch
us
out.
here. What he said? Big brains think alike.
That's not the quote.
All right, show me where
As
you're
if I
going.
want it to be. This way.
Start moving down.
Yeah.
Hup.
Yeah.
Okay, from there, you can start hearing voices coming from this vent. There's the vent ahead of you.
Do we recognize those voices?
Yes. It is Magus Dixon and Carl. and there is light coming from that corner where that vent is.
Like, hear that?
Oh yeah.
It's like a voice.
I ain't see anything down the other side here.
Can you show me where? Because I'm being messaged. Oh, yeah, you do. There is a small paper bag with the top folded over in the corner at the very end.
Belly down, laying on the wombats. He just slides forward and then just reaches out. Starts going through the bag.
There are two things in this bag. There is a sizable weed stash and a bag of glitter.
It's CC's.
Somebody stashed something.
It's Dickinson's.
Is there like a pink card in the bottom? It's got some like perforations in the side. No, probably not mine. Mine all have business cards attached. Branding. It's important to convey your brand to everything you do. I would never provide such a cheap product. You guys, I am appalled that you think I'm that. You think I'm that shallow.
What are you doing with it, Slub?
Intrigued by what these leaves are, just
Uh-huh.
grabs one and just.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And then you leave it there?
Uh,
Or are you taking it?
got a bit of sticky fingers, as it were, and he puts
So
them
the weed goes in the shoe pocket, the glitter goes in the empty pocket. And where do you go from there?
I guess turn around.
Okay. What's everybody else doing in the meantime? You can hear these voices coming from this vent down here.
Yeah. Yeah, eavesdrop.
Everyone shut
And
up.
light. All right, how are you
Definitely
quietly
eavesdropping.
moving? Are you doing anything to assist, or are you just kind of stomping through?
When they heard voices, Abras would have said, "Everyone stop moving and shut up. We can probably hear them if we don't make noise."
Rude.
They're kind of wumpy from where you are. It's pretty echoey up here. You probably would have to get pretty close.
I'm floating on my briefcase, just guarding.
You can't float in here. It's not tall enough.
You guys, like, trust me. No, some of us just met. Like, ask Chadwick. I've never done him wrong.
You can personally levitate. I want to correct myself. You can personally levitate, but like, just so that way you're not touching. You're on mute.
Yes, yes.
So you're gonna ride it like a bodyboard.
Yes, yes.
Make
like
me another wild roll.
a 4.
Great, roll again.
Thomas explodes through the vents.
A 3.
It works. But the spirit underneath that you have summoned underneath says, "Listen, boss, I don't mind lifting you up every now and again, but this is getting ridiculous."
Does everyone hear that?
Yes.
Do you just like talk to yourself and call yourself boss?
No, it was my my subordinate outside from the school. It's talking to me.
Subordinate. I'm older than the earth.
You shut up.
And you drop. Clang. As your briefcase hits the floor.
Guys, have to be quiet for this to work.
And you can clearly hear Cece, the shushing noises of Magus Dixon. Did you? And Carl goes, heat's probably kicking on. And then they go back to their conversation.
I'm going to turn
Carl
back to Sam,
MVP.
and I'm going to mime the phrase, I'm going to swirly you if you don't shut up. In ways that
Can
I
you
have
show
done.
us?
In
He
ways,
just did.
yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
As have been done many times in class, quietly and silently to threaten people while the teacher's talking.
So you
Obras
hear
knows
these
this.
voices.
He's gonna rummage through her bag, find one of these signature pink clusters of leaves, obviously better quality than the one that was found further down in the vent. She's gonna hold it and cast singe on it, like start smoking out the vent, and like cast a silence narcotic over everybody.
Give me a wild roll. Oh no, do you want it to be wild or wizard? What do you want?
Let's go wild because I'm rolled a 3 and my wild is a 4.
Okay, so you're good. So it works. Tell me, so this singe spell starts occurring and the smoke from the singe spell starts lifting. Thankfully, it's hot, so it lifts up instead of going down into the vent. And the vent is silent.
Yes, you guys like can't hear me talk, but you're obviously very proficient in reading lips. It's like an indica strain. It gives you a body chill. Like not gonna make a drop of noise. Just stay in the smoke, take some deep breaths, and enjoy the ride, boys and girls and whatever you are. And she flips her hand at Sleb.
Only just noticing that Sleb is a thing. Dude, is that your dog?
How dare you compare Trixie to that?
He's a big dog. How you doing, dog? Yeah. Oh. Woof.
Is everybody following past the vent where Dixon and Carl are having a conversation?
Mhm.
So as you go by, you can hear. So back to our conversation. What was that you were playing with? And Dixon goes, nothing. It was nothing. He says, is that a fake beard? He says, no, it was nothing. It was nothing. You saw nothing. He's like, I think I saw $50. And you can hear fine as you go by this vent.
Oh, it's an extortionist. That's his school of magic.
You don't know what his school is.
Extortionism.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
All right, where are you going next? You've passed by. Oh, who's going up here? Did I just see Abris and Sam go up here?
I'll probably
Yep.
go up.
Yes,
Probably.
You'll go up that way?
I
Okay,
want to
Abris
go to
was
this.
out in front.
Yeah. Okay.
Abris
Yay.
was out in front. Abris, this vent is about to collapse from underneath you. What do you do?
Oh, fucking! The second it starts creaking, I stand still, turn back to the others with an outstretched hand, and say, "Don't move."
It's falling from underneath you.
Oh, it's active. Okay. In that case,
And I
You are about to put your body through this vent. You feel it like underneath you.
I have an idea, but
It's Abris acts first.
okay.
He's the first one in.
oh, I've got a great idea actually. Right. Abris is gonna sort of like turn around, lean back a bit, and put his hands up against the top. He's gonna suction cup himself to it, then do the same with his feet.
So you roll over and suction cup yourself to the top of the vent.
Pretty much.
All right, give me a wild roll.
Yep. 4.
Okay,
My
roll again.
wild's at 4.
Oh, your wild's at 4? So you
Yeah.
succeed. Tell me what you make these suction cups look like to make them look more wizardy.
Wizardy suction cups.
Octopus tentacles.
Big hentai scene.
All right, yeah, that's an idea. Basically, so his feet are covered, but his hands, which are exposed, turn to like this purplish color. And rather than like so you know how like gloves have their thumb and then the 4 fingers together, it's sort of like that shape.
So he's wearing octopus mittens.
Basically.
Got it. All right. So you all see clearly Abris cast this spell to hold himself up against this vent, as there's clearly a divot now in this section of vent. And you can hear Carl say, "Oh, don't worry, I'll fix that."
What a bro.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
Going back, or are you going straight ahead?
No, I'm
Continuing forward.
Continuing forward. All right. Sam, you can either try to traverse where you have already come through, or you can go back the other way and pass by the vent, where this dented vent is currently. So you have dented vent, or going past where Carl and Dixon are talking.
Is he there?
Sam?
Oh, me? Oh, I
Yes.
heard. Sorry. I'm gonna call up to a Nerd Elemental so we can like fix solidify the metal there.
Oh,
Is
you're
that
going
it?
to fix the vent?
No, not fix it. Solidify it so I can pass.
Tell me how you do it.
So I'm just gonna do a little clap like this and like try to shape like metal from it and pour it into the vent.
Like an earth-shaping kind of situation.
Yes.
Got you. Roll me wild.
I rolled a 3.
What's your wild at?
3.
3. Okay, you succeed. You mutter in this silence. You take advantage of the silence to just move your mouth in what you think is an archaic way. And this earth covers over the gap so that way you can cross safely beneath a suction-cupped Abris. All right, Slab, what you doing? You have a dirt bridge and a vent to go past.
I guess, yeah, dirt bridge.
Dirt bridge. All right. Where's everybody going next? You can see the 2 paths that go around this corner, but you can't see what's at each.
I'm gonna
It's getting dark.
move up to here, and I'd like to cast Hunch
Okay.
to figure out. So, because you know the way that Dad raised me. What's that smell? Oh, it smells like freedom to me. I'm trying to smell where the freedom is.
Wonderful. I love this. So give me a wizard roll.
2.
What's your wizard at?
3.
All right, perfect. You see this spectacular display of nostril-flavored energy be sucked up into Chadwick's face, performing it exactly the way that it was taught in Hunch school, Hunch class. And you can smell You know that smell that basketballs have? That like rubbery, plasticky smell?
Mhm.
You can smell that coming from up here. And you know without a shadow of a doubt that the gym's down there.
Dudes, it's like totally over this way. I know the way to the gym. We can get out of here now. And start edging over, seeing if anything collapses.
Nope.
Hup,
It's collapsing.
hup, hup.
She's following right behind. Like a totally awesome story this is gonna be.
And inside the vent, in the silence before you leave it, you can feel your phones vibrating as more and more, getting closer, an hour to go. All of these texts start coming through.
I've already lost one of my phones.
Guys, we gotta go.
Right, so you're all going to the gym? Is that where you're all heading?
Yep.
Fabulous.
Guess so.
I guess so, yes.
Here's the gym.
The vent is there, I
You
guess.
drop out at the vent. Yep.
I cast slow-ish fall as I like jump out.
I cast
Great,
shield.
because it's 15 feet up.
On my legs.
Cast slow-ish fall. Just like rub some kind of tincture all over my hands and my feet. Just reach behind, like slipping off my shoes and just and like jump. Like a
Right,
cute
give me a
jump
wizard
though,
roll.
not like a gross.
Perfect. Perfect execution. You drift like an angel down into the basketball court. How's everybody else getting down?
I'm gonna cast shield and try and do like a superhero landing on my knee. So if this goes poorly,
Wonderful wizard roll.
yeah, it's a 1.
Amazing landing. Like Captain America landing. You do the superhero pose. Everybody's very impressed. How's everybody else getting down?
How high up did you say it was?
15 feet.
15. Abras is just gonna like sort of grab onto the edge, lower himself down, then drop and try to land, but he fucks up and ends up rolling on the ground.
Wonderful. It looks terrible, and there you briefly feel the shame that you feel when you know that you deserve the bullying,
Accurate.
right? So we
Yeah.
all know that feeling. We play D&D. So Sleb, how are you getting down?
Sleb will sort of look at the ground as a little slug sort of crawls up and sits on the top of his head. And he goes, "Ooh." And the slug's little like eyes sort of begin glowing, and it fires a small beam onto the ground and casts transmogrify and turns it into a soft substance.
So it's wood. What are you turning it into?
Like cotton, like mattress sort of feel.
Okay, you're turning it into wood, but spongy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like wet wood.
Mm.
Cool.
Cool.
So moistening the wood. Give me a wizard roll.
1.
It's wet. It's damp.
And just sort of reaches his hands down, touches the wombats, and then all jump at once.
There's a squelching noise, and again, the smell of damp fur as you land perfectly in this wet spot and squelch your way out. Sam, how are you getting down?
Like he could jump, but he don't want to like wet his
Yeah, now the floor's wet.
his uniform, so he will call a wine spirit to just walk like stare down like.
So calling on another air spirit?
Yes. But
Let's see if
not
this works.
But not the one before because he was a bitch. Another
We'll
one.
see if that one's the one that comes. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, a 5.
It's the one that comes. Roll again.
6.
Oh no.
Fails dramatically. Sam,
I'm scared.
you do not make it out of the ducks. This air spirit says, "You want a lift? I'll give you a lift." And whips you back through the vents. And you crash land on top of your patch that you made in the vent, and crash through into Dixon's office. We'll come back to you.
Later, dude.
Good luck.
Add 1 to your wild, please.
Yes.
What are you at for wild now?
Oh, no, I am at 4.
Okay, is anybody at 5?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So you have just heard that same voice that you had heard refer to Sam as boss. Yeet Sam back into the vent. You're all in the gym, though. What are you doing?
Still kind of high. That just made sense.
High from the smoke.
Mm.
Perfect. All right, so you're just wandering around the gym, leaving Sam.
We see balls and get distracted.
There are 2 huge carts of basketballs. Sleb, are you going to go check out the basketballs?
We get distracted and we go and check out the basketballs.
Okay, perfect. Inside the cart with the basketballs is a left white high top sneaker. Abris, what are you doing?
What are the chances he's gonna? Fuck, I forget the. What are the chances he's gonna dub on us?
He's gonna what?
Okay. Dub on us.
Your mic's
Like,
weird.
this is in character.
Your mic's being quiet.
Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Thank-
What? Yeah. Just in character. What are the chances he's gonna dub on us to save his own skin? Should we go and stop him from doing that?
Balls.
Me or
Yeah.
Hey, you know about Sam?
he's a gentleman, so no, he will not
Chop.
stole his friend.
Sam's
You
an
don't know
elitist
that.
snob. I don't trust him for a second.
Don't even worry about that guy, dude. He's so fake. He can't even do shit. Trust me, I've seen him around in his fucking car, dude, and he thinks he's all this and he's all that, but he's not, dude. He couldn't pull a wizard board flip like I could. And then seeing Sleb get distracted by balls also goes, "Ooh, balls!" and goes to the other one and starts just playing basketball.
Great.
Are there any nets? See a net for
Yeah, there's
those,
nets on either
track
side.
team. Yeah. I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, guys, we need to get the fuck out of here now. Grab a corner of this net. Please.
The nets are high. They're basketball nets.
Oh, I'm talking nets for practicing long jump and gymnastics.
It's basketball court.
Yeah. Is there any
Well, then
doors?
fuck 'em.
I was about to say, can we not just use the doors?
Nope.
There's no doors.
Nope.
Is there any other way?
I don't know.
Guys,
Back in Dixon's office.
I don't know.
Second. I'm gonna swap you over real quick. Here's what you see.
Oh, wait, I have to zoom out. And where did I fall? Do I fall?
Boss fight.
You fall right over the dunny, right here.
Okay, so he does not see me. You might
It's
have
open right
heard.
now.
Okay, so
It's open right now. And he is at his desk playing with a Cryo, can you describe the incendiary beanbag gun to me?
Yeah. All right. So it kind of looks like a miniature, what's it called? Spud launcher. So like the main barrel is just this short cylinder with like an air compressor tank on top. Um, yeah, I don't know how to describe beyond that. I haven't really seen a spud gun. But yeah, just basic trigger, large barrel, and air compressor on top.
Awesome. And presumably some kind of like funnel to let the beanbags in. And so you see him holding what looks like a grenade launcher and trying to figure it out because this is tech that he doesn't understand. He's just kind of playing with it. And then he kind of fumbles it and puts it on the desk. Mr. McConaughey, what are you doing here? You were not to leave the room.
Oh, I'm doing studying right now.
This looks like you are infiltrating my bathroom. This does not look like study at all. Why aren't you in the library? Where are the others?
Oh, they are in the libraries. I was the one going out for fun, exploring the ventilation.
Exploring the ventilation, you say?
Yeah, studying it. I didn't even know it has ventilation here.
But you were informed that you were not to leave the library, were you not? Perhaps we should check on the other students together.
Nah, it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna go back. I know the way.
Back through the vents?
No. Just let me a passage to go to the library and I will go there.
That's the funny thing. You don't see any doors, Sam.
No, but that's what I will say, like, open me the way to go to there and...
I would have to teleport you myself. Do you know how costly those materials are, Mr. McConaughey? And you guys can hear echoing the bellowing fury of Magus Dixon.
Oh, I can pay for it.
Your father has made a sizable donation to this school. But do you think you can ride on the coattails of your father's fame forever? Do you think that that is how you will amount to something? You are nothing, Mr. McConaughey. Without your father, you are nothing.
At least I have money. Which you don't have.
Did no one invite you to the Balls Out ball?
Yes,
What a shame.
I got invited, but you see, I'm here because I try to defend. I will. So I have it, but I don't know the word.
Mm-hmm. You guys in the
to
basketball
defend.
courts can hear that he's planning on teleporting everybody back to the library. Planning on teleporting this guy back to the library. But go ahead, Sam.
I was trying to protect the integrity of a girl at the school, and and now I am in detention because of that. So who looks the dumbest here?
Do you think that females require your defense?
Oh,
Do you think that
Yes.
any woman in this academy requires your saviorship?
Yes,
No one
she was
needs
getting
you.
bullied by
No
other
one
men.
needs your help. You think you can do things better than everyone else. That is why you are in detention, Mr. McConaughey. Not because you came to the defense of another, but because you are haughty, because you are full of shit.
While I'm hearing this screaming, Cece is starting to panic that her and the people who are actually participating in this ruse are going to get found out.
Mhm.
So she is going to shove a whole bunch of magic mushrooms in her mouth, blow the vapors in the vent because they're, it's colder, so it's going to go down.
Yeah.
And it's a long-term hallucinogenic, so that in the event he pops into the other room, he will see us.
Okay, give me a wild roll, and I want you to add a d6 to that. I love that idea.
A total of 6.
Not just which it's one or the other. The lower number counts.
2.
2. Great. So it does work. It goes into the vents. How do you direct it to the library, though?
I use my mind, and I just use the power of the secret, and I will it to be as it will be.
Hashtag blessed. So
Hashtag totally blessed.
you can't see it, but you believe it.
I know.
Yeah.
In my heart of hearts that this is just the right thing to do.
And you, Sam, have a chance to reply.
What can I reply?
Too
You're
slow.
back,
You are
like, possibly.
teleported back to the library.
I was going to say, you're kind of a dick. Yeah.
He teleports you back to the library. He sees everyone else sitting at their desks writing. He also sees a fair number of books on the floor and says, "You'll also be responsible for clearing this up," and then disappears. And you are in the library.
But I can go back to the
That beanstalk is still probably there.
Beanstalk's still there.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm going up the beanstalk. Yeah.
Okay. And you're back in the vents.
Yeah.
Wombat, Sleb, make me a wizard or a wild roll, your choice.
The wild. 5.
Okay. Roll again.
2.
One of the monkeys, there's more than one monkey, right?
It was 1 monkey.
There's one monkey.
1 monkey, 2 wombats, 4 slugs.
So is the monkey the hands?
Yep.
Your hands kind of stop working. And you can feel colors now. So this ball is orange, and you hold the ball. You just stare at the ball, and you kind of touch the ball. It feels orange. You're having a little bit of a trip right now. But none of the other animals are, just the monkey.
Slug goes up on his head and takes control.
Wonderful. How does the slug take control?
Ratatouille. Just starts
Holding
pulling
it.
on his hair.
Wonderful. Make me a wild roll again.
Thinking like Mass
Or
Effect with the
just to
Harbinger.
know.
Releasing control.
I was thinking animorphs, like the yerks that go into your ear.
Oh, God.
I got a 3.
3, what's your wild?
4.
Great. The slug is proficient at this. Apparently your monkey's been high before. So this is no trouble at all. You go right back to playing basketball. And you now have 2 white high top sneakers. You've got 2 basketball nets. And where's Sam? Who knows? What are y'all doing?
Trying not to breathe in the vapors from my own mushrooms.
Same.
Yeah, as you should. It will, like, kill you. You'll OD. You. Not ready. So, like, do we wait for him, or do we just cut our losses?
I think
Cut
after
the
hearing what
tumor
happened,
off where it grows, so they say.
I think after hearing what was happening with Dixon and Sam, Abras would have been frantically looking for a way out.
It's the vent. Unless. Give me a wizard roll.
Fuck. Okay.
Nothing bad's going to happen. I just want to know how much I tell you.
6.
Perfect. Roll again.
1.
Okay. You've never been in the gym before. It's not your scene. So you're just kind of walking around, looking around for things. And you notice the circle in the middle of the floor. You don't know what it's for. You've read about basketball. But you're not really 100% sure what the circle in the floor means. But there's some archaic writing that you can't read around the center. Maybe that's how basketball is supposed to look. But there's some runes around the center of this court.
I need to get a bottle. Be right back.
I think that we should head to break. Before we do that, Sam, I need to know what you're doing in the library. Are you just heading back?
Yeah, I'm heading back.
All right, so when we get back, we will have Sam inside the gym with you, and we'll pick up from there, but we're going to head to break. Yeet.
Yeet!
Non-elemental, that's a thing too.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
let's have a long discussion about what elements are.
I was actually about to start talking about this. So the reason we have 4 elements is because back in the ancient Roman times, 4 like different
You're muted. Server mute.
I think he was muted by someone.
Yes, I think it was Ty.
I
Or
can't
Wombat.
take-
It was Wombat.
I'm
Cause
really
it was
good at
Wombat.
taking credit for that.
Welcome back. We are arguing about elements.
But
Come
yes,
back,
I know
Cryo.
what you're saying,
Come
Cryo,
back.
because there was
You don't
once
serve
a
immediately anymore.
philosopher that said that we are made of fire, water, and earth.
I don't want to hear you say it. I want to hear Cryo say it.
Nope, too late.
I
Wombat was
guess we're
rude.
playing a game then.
You
Hi,
guys
everybody.
two just
Welcome
hit
back.
an amazing fact.
Oh,
My favorite
favorite
element is argon.
Factor
I'm a fan of
cap.
neon.
You're made of elemental.
Get them noble gases, bitches. Yeah, welcome back. We're back in the gym. I hope y'all had a great break and got to go to the store. We're back in the gym. I wanted to call you Angus, but that's not your name. Oh, that's what I should have called Ambrose. Shit.
Angus.
Abris.
Beautiful like steak.
Abris has just discovered that there is a runic circle around the center circle on the basketball court. Chadwick's dunking some hoops. Sam drops from the vent. Cece is spraying herself with some scent neutralizer spray so that way she doesn't smell so much like weed. And Sleb is, I don't know what you're doing. Did you take the other sneaker?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
you now have a
think-
pair of sneakers.
I think right now, since I can feel color, I go to whoever's got the wackiest hair color and just like,
That would probably be Cece. Yes?
She's bald, but all of the feathers on her earrings are neon colors, pinks and purples and more oranges and yellows. All of the glitter on everything. All pink all the time.
All right, the valedictorian is feeling up your feathers.
I don't know if I enjoy this.
What is Slug Controller doing?
and they're like trying to pull
Wheel
the
him
thing,
off.
like, yeah, but it's not working.
Cool, Cece, while he's this close, while they are that close, you can see sticking out of their pocket in their trench coat, in either pocket, A, dime bag you sold to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
B, a left white high top sneaker in one pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And C, a right white high top sneaker in the other pocket.
I'm gonna take the dime bag. Be like, I'm taking this back. I don't want my product to fall into the wrong hands. I just don't think you're ready for this strain. I've curated it specifically, and I don't think you're there yet, sweetie. Peace and love. Peace and
As
love,
you
right?
take this bag, it is absolutely covered in slime.
Do you do anything about
Ew.
that slime, or are you just dealing with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it, and I am going to cast Frost Nip on it and try to freeze the slime so I can just flick it off. in little
Wizard roll.
chunks. 6.
Roll again.
E.
Sorry?
3.
Tell me how you unintentionally chemically alter this substance in a way that is obvious.
I'm reaching around in my purse and I grab a powder that looks to be purple, and I pull it out and I start like scooping out a little bump and I go to take it. I accidentally drop it directly on the baggie instead, and the chemical compounds between the powdery substance and the dime bag don't do so well, and it starts like fizzling and like smoking as opposed to freezing, and I just tossed it across the room. Like
Great.
it's
So now there's
gone.
a smoldering bag of weed. So you can add 1 to your wild. What are you at now?
For wild,
Mhm.
I'm at 6.
Hold, please. Ooh, I love this. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, if your wild stat reaches 6, you've drawn suspicion. You cannot cast any wild spells until you've succeeded on a wizard roll. So currently, everyone knows. Everyone here knows. And you cannot, for fear of losing your status, use your chemicals again
Right.
until you succeed at wizarding to prove
Mhm.
how wizardly you are. All right. So here you are in this basketball court. You're all together. That's where you are.
Why are you like just staring at the ground? Little one. The face.
You don't think these symbols are peculiar?
What does peculiar like mean? Can you just bring that back?
Just eye roll, turns away. Could one of you guys have a look at this?
Cece gets a voice in her head as the slug speaks. The slug on top speaks to her and says, "It means strange."
Make me a wild roll.
4.
Roll again.
My wild is 4. Does that?
Oh
that
no,
meet
then
to
you
be-
pass.
no?
You pass. You pass.
I am your god now.
I must be tripping tits because you guys, there's just something in my head. Like, there's a voice up here. It's not mine. I hear my voice all the time.
Oh,
There's something in here.
yeah. Did you like totally forget to turn your phone off? Because you could like have a little headpiecey thing, and then it's like a
Oh my
telemarketer.
god. You're right, my AirPod is still in. Chadwick, you're so smart.
Always thinking,
You're
babe.
so smart.
Always thinking. I'm gonna pang Abras with a basketball on the back of his head.
Are you just doing it, or are you magicking it?
I'm just throwing it.
Okay. Abris, there's a basketball coming at your head. Are you doing anything about it?
Nah, Ibris doesn't see it coming.
All right, you just get panged in the back of the head with a basketball.
Yep.
And
then one of
as
the
you
guards just hears this
collapse to the
bounce
ground,
noise.
you face plant straight onto these. You didn't see it before. You weren't looking here necessarily, but there's the faintest outline of where 2 maybe Chuck Taylor shaped footprints were.
Okay. Well, first, he's gonna get up and say, "What the hell, man?"
Oh, dude, you were like totally supposed to catch that, man. That was a bad fumble. Bad fumble, dude.
Idiots! And just turns around. Steps
Okay.
on the footprints.
Your shoes do not match the footprints. What was that, Cece?
So, like, now that I know what peculiar means, no thanks to you, stares at Abrith. They do look like a little funny. I'm pretty sure our school motto is in Latin, and that's not Latin. It's not. I speak Latin, but I just know. I saw it on Spellbook. That's not Latin.
Would Abras recognize the symbols?
It
What language
looks
they
like
be?
things that you've gone over in class, but this is why you build machines. It's because these don't really make sense to you.
Like,
If
those look like a size 9.5, like, men's. So my dainty little toes are too small for that footprint. It's one of you elves.
Oh, you know what? Actually, fuck, I close it. Yeah, I did. 1 second. Oh, fuck, what's that spell? Hunch.
Hunch.
Yep. I'm gonna cast that.
Give me a wizard roll.
I.
How big are these shoes that I found?
Yeah, that's what
They're
I'm
like
sat
a
there
9.5.
like. I'm sat there like he's got the
Uh,
shoes. It's just the one that can't talk and doesn't know what shoes are.
It can talk. It's a slug. The slug can talk.
I rolled a 6.
Great. Roll 'em again.
Fuck.
Leb is not the monkey.
Oh shit! Drop my dice. 4.
Okay.
You mean Sleb's not the dog?
Add one to
He's on my
wild.
shirt. He's on my shirt.
Oh.
Done.
Tell me how this clearly is not wizard magic and you are obviously using a machine to do this. Because it works. But you're going to give yourself away.
Abras had like his iPad sort of hidden but angled so he could read it, and him being a dumbass left the voice text to voice on, so everyone just hears this electronic voice.
So the iPad says scanning, calculating,
Shit.
calculating, and it goes off really quick, but you can only hear that he has scanned these footprints, and they are a size 9.5 white high top sneaker, circa 1989.
I don't think Abras has actually seen these sneakers, so he's lost.
That's what you know those footprints are.
Dude, like everyone look at your feet and see if they're like white and high. Start looking at my own. Clearly,
My
like
feet are always white and high.
sneakers. Yeah.
Sam looking at his like his fancy shoes like black leather and leather.
Mm-hmm. Yes, fine
Okay.
Italian leather shoes.
Yeah, nah, it's not that.
Look at
Wait.
all 8 wombat feet and all 2 monkey feet.
None of them have shoes on them.
I was digging around in the thing's pockets. I got that. She points to the burning mess in the corner. He's got the kicks. No?
The-
Pumped up ones that all the cool kids wear.
The dog has got shoes. Oh,
In his
sick!
pocket.
Dog.
Ah.
Doggy bro, come here, bro.
Just like wave a
Whips his
little
head
biscuit
around.
in front of his face.
Come on, bro.
You now have how tall is Sleb?
Maybe like 4 feet tall or something.
All right, you now have this 4 foot tall, trench coated, vaguely dog smelling dog.
Good boy. Good boy. Pat his head and like take the shoes out of his pockets.
As you pat his head, your hand gets covered in slugs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, make me a muscle roll.
Don't kill Sleb!
Is that wild or is that wizard?
Wild.
Wild. I rolled a 5.
Great, roll again.
Okay.
He will kill the slug on it.
6.
Mastermind.
6. Add 1 to wild.
Okay.
Wombat, describe how you go down to 6 familiars in a trench coat.
Who's passing away?
Well,
Slug.
Sleb. Sleb.
Slab?
Sleb, yeah, that was Sleb.
Oh no. Gonna have to find
uh, standing there, looking up at him, little slug on his head. As his hand comes down, just sploosh. Suddenly, he's now got gel in his hair and slugged slime on your hands.
You've just put your hand in some really weird hair gel.
Oh, dude, that's like gnarly. Who's styling this dog? He's just gonna wipe it all over his trench coat.
Great.
Oh, Fats, yeah, he'll use some on himself actually, because his is wearing out a bit. Killer.
Oh my god, babe, that looks so good on you.
Thanks, babe. Take those shoes out of his pockets.
Taking the shoes?
Yeah.
They're also covered in gel.
Sick.
You letting him take the shoes, Sleb?
Hands sort of as he reaches down for the shoes. I think he sort of he grabs them out and hands them to old mate. And as he does, a slug crawls out of the shoe and goes up on his arm.
What, my arm or your arm?
Your arm.
You've got a slug now.
Ah! Oh. Dude. Is this like how you get free gel?
It jumps from your hand to your face and starts crawling into your nose.
Ah!
Make me a wild roll. While that's going on, is anybody intervening?
No,
Can I read
Cece
the- Can I try
has
to
her
read
phone
the
out.
You're
recording it for Wick Walk.
Abraz is making sure he's staying well out of it, well out of view
Yeah,
of the camera.
same. Yeah, same.
3. All right, you've got a slug going in your nose, man.
I'm gonna cast.
Revenge of the slug.
God. I'm gonna cast acid. I'm basically just gonna sneeze and make it seem like a.
Wizard roll.
That's a 3.
Okay. You sneeze out a slug. Looks very wizardly and sagely and arcane. The slug spats to the floor. And you can hear, as this slug spats to the floor, you can hear wheels on wood as from the other side of the court, Carl is rolling his trash can.
Someone put the shoes on the spot, please. Just slide them on. Just stand there. I don't have to wear them.
I'm gonna chuck him to Abras to deal with.
I don't want to touch him. You put him down there.
Okay. Gaw. Put him down.
And there are shoes on the court now. And Carl, from the other side of the court, goes over, starts rolling in your direction, and says, hey, ooh, slip, slap, jib, jab. That one of yours? And he picks it up. That's not usually the one that's on your head. What happened?
Little tear. And then
Well, I found this in the trash the other day. If you and it's a baby slug, little baby. I thought you might like. But I'm just gonna take care of this mess. You what is the floor wet? And he just kind of like starts mopping away in this corner over here. And you've now got a baby slug, so you are 6.5 familiars in a trench coat, and the court now has slimy shoes on it. Nothing seems to be happening.
So can I try to read what's written? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me a wizard roll.
I rolled a 3.
And that's
And I have
a pass?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 3.
What are you casting to read this? What wizard spell?
I guess Unch.
Hunch? Okay.
Yeah.
This is a popular one. I didn't expect Hunch to be this popular. It
We're a bunch
says,
of dum-dums.
shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you will land among the stars.
What does that mean?
Who'll have an observatory or like an astrology club?
Yeah, but is there one astrology club or observatory room?
There's definitely a stargazing club at this school.
They probably mean that's where we need to go. So like,
Yeah.
let's go zen with our star signs, get a little bit of from the world, and then we'll be inspired on how to get to the party in time. And by inspired, I mean motivated, because our horoscopes are going to tell us we're losers if we don't go.
Chadwick, you kind of lose track of what's going on.
Yeah.
And all that you hear is shoot.
Oh, bro, shoot! And I'm gonna shoot a basketball, like standing in the circle where we all are. I'm just gonna yeet.
All right, are you muscling it, or are you using a wizard spell to make it?
No, muscling, 100%.
All right, roll.
That's a 3.
Awesome. It's a straight shot. Nothing happens.
Okay. When he shoots it, like people shout Kobe, but he shouts Sea Dog. Sea Dog! Nothing happens.
And swish right into the basket.
Woo!
But the ball reappears. It does a bounce and then reappears. It dematerializes and materializes right back in your hands, since you are standing in this circle.
Maybe you have to put those shoes on before you shoot.
Bros, I just had like an insane idea. Maybe I should put the shoes on, and then I'll shoot it.
Gonna put the shoes on?
Gonna put the shoes on.
Make me another muscle roll to throw it once you got the shoes on.
4.
Did you make it?
Mine is at 5 at the minute.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. It goes in, swish, and half of this circle lights up.
Do it again. One more time.
Okay.
Keep rolling.
I'm gonna throw it at the other basket.
Roll again.
That's a 5, which I'm at 5.
Makes it. Yep. And this thing lights up, and Chadwick, you disappear. The circle in the middle of the room is lit up. What do you all do?
Skitter. Like front toe walk, like to the circle.
What does everybody else do?
Follow through.
Sam, what are you doing? Following? Okay.
Meanwhile, one was just on the court, just
The canteen.
You appear in the middle of the cafeteria. Clearly, after a game, the players need to eat. So after a good long practice, there's some kind of magic that gets them into the cafeteria. There are no doors. There's just this eatery area and the kitchen. There is the counter where you kind of get served your slop, and the kitchen in the back. These here are kind of like warming stations and coolers and things for serving, where the lunch staff would prep and distribute food. And it is empty currently. Sam and Sleb.
Yes.
Yes. Make me wild rolls.
I rolled a 1.
Great.
5.
What's your wild at right now?
4.
Roll again.
6.
Sam. The fire elemental that cooks you the special food, you know, the not poor people food
Yeah.
that lives in the kitchen,
Yeah.
says, Master, something is afoot. And at that same time, Sleb, you hear, Brothers! Brothers, save us! Brothers! Free us! And you feel compelled to go open where this sound is coming from. It feels like it's coming from that prep station, that cooler station where all of those big storage areas are, that big red sort of prep area. And you feel compelled to just go see what's in there. So all of you see Sleb start shuffling his way back toward the kitchen. Sam, you get this message in your head. And what do the rest of you do?
So the message was, because I didn't heard it all, but yeah, heard it all.
Said, Master, something is afoot.
Is a foot. Okay.
I mean,
what is it?
Chad
Trying to
is just
communicate back.
Chad's just
If you wanna-
posing. He just made 3 half-court shots in a row. He is riding high. He didn't even play basketball. This is like
Maybe you should. If you want to talk back to the spirit, and the spirit is speaking out loud, you can hear this. The only person that you can't hear what's happening is the brothers free us. You can't hear that, but you can hear the spirit, this fire spirit hissing.
I rolled a 3.
Great, you can talk to him.
I will say, what is coming afoot?
The hordes, master. The hordes.
Is it what is it going to do?
I must flee. And you don't hear him anymore.
I'm gonna try to catch up to Sled.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Are you telling anybody what's going on?
They did hear it, or they did hear. They didn't hear my conversation, or yes.
They could hear you talking.
In elemental, yeah.
Yeah.
I might say.
I
Stop
think at
that
this
monkey.
point you are very clearly not using magic.
Yeah.
Great. He's just
And-
gracing
Stop that
Jessica.
monkey is what you yell out.
Stop that monkey. Yes.
that's a dog, dude.
Oh, stop that dog.
Here, boy. Come on.
The slug on his head just keeps on pulling him forward.
I'm
Oh,
trying to
no.
catch up.
Abras is just going to walk in the opposite direction and start investigating.
But you know, I can speak whatever language. I might speak another language that they don't understand. I will
Sure.
I will just say Japanese. It's Japanese.
You just gotta hope that nobody else speaks Japanese.
It's Chinese.
Your face
It's
is
clearly,
Japanese,
like, a
dude.
very common language.
I was told Japan's a fake country. I think he's making it up.
Abris, are you using anything to help you search, or are you just kind of looking around?
I'll look around first. If I don't find anything, then I'll use magic.
You find it looks like it's a peg for a series of pegs for where the kitchen staff might hang their clothes before they enter the kitchen, so that way they can put their aprons and stuff on. There is a robe and wizard hat left behind. That's what you find.
Cryo wants them. Abris not so much.
Okay. Sleb, are you using anything to... You are ahead of these folks, so you get a chance to act before they can be upon you. What are you doing?
So I heard the voice coming from like out the like back kitchen area, right?
It's not quite the back kitchen area. It's like right behind the counter, kind of the prep
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
And you know that these things open up. They're like big coolers.
Okay. He just sort of walks in and just looks in.
The moment there is a centimeter of space, cockroaches, millions of them, come pouring forth from this cooler, the stench of rotting meat and decay streaming from inside this cooler. They say, "Yes, sweet freedom, sweet release, yes!" And they pass right by you. Hunger, hunger. And they, you can hear the chorus of voices chippering and chattering. Nobody else can hear this. All you hear is, hungry, hungry, meat, meat. And they are charging for the other 4 students.
The slug pulls on the monkey's hair and just makes him salute as they all leave.
As soon as there is a sign of a bug, Cece's just gonna start throwing singes, like one after another, at this pile of bugs, just like flicking.
Okay, it's a lighter. It's like a lighter.
She's gonna reach into her bag and find her perfume and just dump it on the ground and then flick it.
Okay,
with
so
the
making a little like space around you. Make me a wizard check.
Flammenwerfer.
6,
Great. Roll again.
4. You're so good over here.
Explain to me how you ignite the remainder of your stash.
So I took this perfume bottle out of my purse, and as you know, perfume bottles are finicky. And this is one of those bougie ones that has like the cord and the pump on the end. So when she was pulling the cord out of the side, all of the like remnants from the like airway fell onto her purse, and one of the sparks, like as she flicked, caught on her bag and started trickling. And it takes her a second to notice because she's like too busy being proud of big flame, and then all of a sudden her bag is on fire and she's crying, "Not the Chanel, no, I just mommy just bought that for me," and takes the bag off and like throws it on the ground, like starts stomping on it and just only like stomping it into the flames more. Then she starts to process the panic of, "Oh no,
All right, so we have a very large fire started in this cafeteria. Sleb is saluting these cockroaches. There is a tidal wave
Are
of
they
them
still coming out?
toward you. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
Does
try
the burning
and
weed mellow them out?
you do whatever you want.
I'm gonna take a couple of steps and try and do like a leap over to where he's opened it and just try and get land on top to stop them from coming out. But this is like a fucking. It's gonna be a standing sort of super jump.
Go ahead, make it
Which roll is it?
wild.
Wild. Yeah, it's a 4.
Made it.
Made it.
All right, you leap, and using the chaos of the moment, nobody really looks for how you cast this, except for maybe Sleb. But you bound over the counter and land atop this case, and you can hear the bodies of cockroaches exploding and going, nah! As they are crushed to death beneath the weight of you as this lid closes. And you can feel them hitting the bottom of this lid, but your weight is enough that you have quelled the flow, but there is still a sizable number of cockroaches now in a blood frenzy because you have murdered their brethren. And they turn around and start crawling for your legs, and you can feel them chewing through your shoes. Meat, man, eat.
Nah, dude, I'm not meat. I'm Chad. No.
All right, that was Chadwick. I need Abris and Sam to act, please.
Right,
So
there you go.
go for it, Craig. Go for it.
Okay. Abris grabs the cloak and just jumps on top of one of these benches. And let's have a look at these spells, shall we? Is there anything that'll let me freeze the bench, make it slippery?
Yes.
Yep, alright, yeah, so... Yeah, he'll jump up with the cape in hand and just freeze the bench. Try and stop the cockroaches from climbing up.
Are you using the wizard spell or are you using a gadget?
Wizard spell.
All right, roll.
5. Fuck.
Roll again.
5.
Where are you
Give
at
it to me
for
straight back.
add one to your wild? Where are you at for wild right now?
6 now.
You fumble with the components to cast this freeze spell. You know you have it in here somewhere. It's somewhere in here, and you break it like one of those ice packs that you break the seal on, and it spills out, exploding over your gadget arm, freezing your gadget arm. You are not able to use your gadget arm until you can get this under control.
Fuck.
And here come the bugs. Sam, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Simple Illusion.
Okay.
On a tree table to look like meat, but tasty meat to the cockroach.
You're going to make a table look like meat.
Yeah, but a tasty meat to the cockroach, like.
Explain to me what is tasty to a cockroach.
But it looks a little with a little mold on it.
Okay, like old.
Yeah,
meat.
old meat, but still eatable for a cockroach.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see how convincing your meat is.
It's not convincing. I
What'd
rolled
you
a
get?
5.
Okay, and your wizard score is what?
It's 3.
Great, roll again.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, it's actually not that bad, just nothing happens. So you go, ha, eat this, and nothing happens. I mean, you're very embarrassed. And probably a little scared, because here come the bugs.
Knew it was a fake.
And your beautiful leather shoes are made of meat.
No! I have backup pair in my suitcase, in my briefcase.
This round, these shoes are being eaten by cockroaches. Delicious. Expensive. And Sleb, what are you up to?
Did they start eating sled by any chance?
No,
Interesting.
they have completely parted around Sleb.
Can what's the name of the replacement? 1 second. Can Slob can he send a message out to all of the cockroaches and say, brothers, please listen to me. Do not feast on these ones here. Instead, take your vengeance out onto the streets, out into the alleys, out into the buildings, the government buildings. Rise up, take back what is ours.
I'd like you to roll 2d6, please. Give me the lower number.
2.
Killdozer, but with insects.
It's true. It is as it has been foretold. Yes, it is all coming together. Yes, he rises above. He stands so tall above all of us. He calls for us. And they kind of skitter out and phase through the walls as they go, yes, kill streets. Yes, go out. And they leave.
How do they leave?
They are squeezing into cracks and holes that you cannot see.
Got you. I was hoping there was just like a big obvious door.
Some of them are going through the vents.
Oh god. Okay.
Others are going like back out through the kitchen, like maybe through some plumbing.
I'm gonna change the shoes.
Gonna put on a pair of shoes. Yes.
The
Good.
briefcase, open it, bring in 2 shoes there. Other shoes, and putting the broken one into it.
Are they still like hammering against this chest locker, or is it
No, they have quieted.
they've quieted? Okay. I'm gonna try and ease off it, make sure it's closed. I don't want to stay up here anymore.
Carl, the janitor, comes out of one of the back offices and just peeks his head around. Oh, hey, I was just doing some paperwork. How are you guys?
There was a bunch of cockroach.
There was?
Yes.
Oh, man. He just goes back in the office.
Is there a door to that office?
There's an opening into the kitchen.
Could
Just kind of peeked his head out.
Just follow Carl, just like, dude, they're trying to eat me, dude. Game over, man. Game over.
Carl slaps you. Is that better?
Yas, dude. Yas. And then.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Mm,
You don't have to put on that face all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pretend that you're brave. I don't want you to panic. I don't want you to get in over your head. You don't have to pretend to be brave. You don't have to pretend strong. Stay exhausted.
your mic died a lot during that. I have no idea
Yeah,
what you
you-
said.
Son of a bitch. I was being inspirational.
Oh.
We heard most of it, but
In fairness, in character, that really did kind of wash over his head. He's just like, yeah. You need a different kind of face, dude. Like, the face paint!
Right. So, feel what's in here and let it be out here. Right?
Yeah, dude.
I'm proud of you.
And I thought you were just the ghost that walks around when I fall asleep in the library.
Speaking of which, you should probably get back. I think that Dixon's doing his rounds again.
Oh no.
I'll clean this up. And now your phones are back to exploding again, and you are getting pictures of people at the ball. The ball is not dropped, but they're drinking and drug use and music and pictures of people with Lizzo doing shots with Lizzo. Lizzo has apparently deigned to fraternize with the youths. Yeah.
Guys, I just want to go. But, like, it's just getting worse and worse. I don't want to, like, say we should just, like, do what we're told, but maybe we should.
Never thought I'd say this, but for once I agree with CC.
Like,
I do agree
That's-
with you too.
back and I don't know.
CC. How could you even think that? Like, look at my last remaining phone. Look at it. There's the rest of the Slumpy Boys. There's Blazer and Laser and Taser and Dazer and Mazer. And they're all with Lizzo, and I'm not, bro. This is like not cool.
No,
You get a voice
babes,
in
but
your head-
like,
You get a voice in your head saying, "I object to the naming of this sport. It should not be called slugby. That is quite offensive."
Make me a wild check.
4.
Is that under your wild? Okay, you're good.
like, I know he was all right as his about yourself, right? I think the drugs and like me being sober for the first time is just giving me like a new lens on life. By the way, I'm totally gonna use that to my advantage. I'm hella gonna post about this all over Witcher and Wickwalk and Spellbook. So like look for my socials at Call Me CC. I promise I can like leave it in anyways. I feel like a group project.
No.
Do not include me in that project.
Okay, but hear me out. We are better together. We
really
just
not.
did. Shut up, okay?
No,
Just like pretend for a minute.
I'm not.
You would have been caught and fucked so hard in your rear end if we didn't help get you out of that situation when you fell through the vent. Okay?
Which situation?
Teamwork did that.
You
we
would
fell
have been
through
fucked,
it?
not me.
No. Someone who almost got us caught. Okay?
I did not stole you. Stole you. Yes.
I'm just saying, did better as a group getting through of this than we would have on our own. And it pains me to say that because normally I wouldn't associate with any of you. But now I feel like I could give you like a subtle nod in the hallway and like not feel gross about myself. Or you. Gross about you, I hate it. Come on, guys.
Well, regardless of what we do, we have to figure out a way out of here, so let's focus on that. Any ideas?
Think there was still place to visit in the ventilation?
I have like one more idea, and then maybe CC, maybe I'll think about what you said. I'm gonna charge headfirst at one of the holes that the cockroaches went out of, and cast shield as I hit it like a slugby tackle, and see if I can tackle through the wall.
Once again, I
You
must
do that.
inform you that that name is quite offensive. Please change it.
Go ahead. Roll it.
Is it wizard?
If you're using shield,
Yes.
made it.
Yes, that's a 3.
So the shield prevents you from taking concussive damage,
Okay.
but nothing changes about the wall.
Dusts himself off and starts walking back to like, you know what, Cease? I think you make some great points about being a team and like working together and
Like, you couldn't play Slug Bee all on your own, right? Like, it's just a group effort, baby. You, me, that thing,
the dog. Yeah, you could play
dog,
Slug
yeah,
Bee. Yeah,
100%.
he'd be like a wide receiver or like a winger, bro. Be great.
Just throwing slug.
As you're saying all of this inspirational things, Cece and Chadwick, your phones start blowing up again, but this time they're emergency alerts. And the feed that is coming through now from the ball drop is scenes of carnage and horror as live feeds of ball gowned and bejeweled partygoers are being mauled by tidal waves of cockroaches.
Oh my god.
Dear.
Oh my god. I think
can
we
assure
go,
you that wasn't me.
I think we can go back to do our redaction.
The slugs blame it on the cockroaches to start an international incident.
What do you do?
Has anyone checked out the kitchen for an exit?
No.
No.
Right, let's do that real quick.
I started walking towards the kitchen and then I got slapped and stopped, so I didn't explore.
Carl's back in the office.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when you turn around to talk to everybody, he was in the office and now he's gone.
Classic Carl.
He planned all this. Carl's the bad guy.
Carl's actually a rival rapper to Lizzo, and this is like his version of a
You're a
drive-by,
captive audience. He's getting on the PA right now.
unleashing the tidal wave of cockroaches.
So is the vent really high?
8 feet tall, just like before. And you did not come in through the vent, so this one is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's connected to the rest.
You teleported here. So you can see the vent. There's clearly a tile for the vent. And there's ventilation through the hoods for the stoves and stuff in the back. So you could go back up through the vents. It'd probably be easier to get up through the vent
Okay.
over the stove, since that has a step up.
Yeah. I will try open it and see where I am.
Okay. Back to the vents.
Venting.
Ooh. And,
We're all sus.
where are we spawning? Yes.
You are.
Right here. On top there?
Okay.
Yeah, this is the way that we didn't go.
Yeah.
So this was the gym. So this
Yeah.
is unknown.
Yep.
Start
Big
heading
skinny
down.
guy. Yeah.
Yep.
You go into the one that you don't know.
Yep.
Didn't we go back to where we came from?
We came from there.
Oh, mate's probably already fucking.
Busted.
Kinda-
I'm gonna head back a little bit and see if I hear any voices or any activity here in the office.
Here?
Yep.
No.
None? Okay. I'm gonna run back to the office and say, guys, he's not in his office. He's probably on his way to the library. We should get there now. Alright, fuck you, I'm on my way by myself. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You
go to
going? You going back to the
yeah,
library?
I'm going back to the
Yep.
library.
I love a good late night adventure as much as the next gal. I really do. But I'm sober for the first time in like 5 years, and I just really want to go home and let it all just fade away from my existence. So I'm gonna go to the library. Just want it to be done. She's gonna crawl back to the library.
Sleb and Chadwick, what are you doing?
Can I see anything through this grating, like what the room would be?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you can see Carl the janitor flip the light on just as footsteps start coming down the hall underneath. And it is a janitor's closet.
Oh,
And Carl the janitor is rolling his little trash can into the closet, but footsteps are fast coming up behind.
okay. Making a note and then rushing to get back to the others
Okay.
to maintain our ruse of having not left.
All right. Y'all get back to the library. There are still 2 more hours of your detention before your parents come to pick you up. What do you do?
Cece's gonna sit
party.
down and just look at everybody and goes, so like, are we a team? Or are we all just gonna be sucking on our own?
Abra's frantically writing. How about after this we get back to doing what we were trying to do before? For now, we're just trying not to get in trouble. And right back to frantically writing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, make it a group effort. Like, talk about how it's supposed to be who we are. Like, we as in, like, me, singular. I know it's super confusing. I was told once. We just write as us as a group. Like, who we are. Like, we put our differences aside and helped out the guy with the money. And, yeah.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I don't think we need to bother putting effort into it. As long as he thinks we've been here this whole time, that's fine enough.
I have a slug on the piece of paper just going around doing words.
Doing sick drifts.
You each write your own individual essays. Takes
Yes. Essay.
Mine basically says, "Today I met a dog. It was a fun dog with free hair gel. And I made 3 shots center court both times. I am best." But inside sometimes I get sad.
Oh.
Professor Dixon materializes. Professor Grand Magus Dixon materializes in the spot where he had materialized before and finds you each furiously scribbling with your various materials at your individual desks. And Carl materializes from behind a bookcase and pushes his trash can up and just kind of, they both observe you. And Dixon shakes his head and clicks his tongue and says, "Been teaching at this school for 165 years. The kids are different now." And Carl turns to Dixon and says, "The kids haven't changed. You have." They don't understand the value in teamwork and making good decisions. And man, if I were a student now, I would have gotten out of here hours ago. And Carl holds up his iPhone, says, And apparently you would have been eaten by a horde of horrible creatures. He holds up his phone. And Dixon just nods and looks rather proudly upon the assembled group that you couldn't figure out how to get out of detention, so you fucked up somebody else's party.
It was
Um,
all planned.
It was all part of the plan. And he says, maybe there's hope for them after. And Carl says, yeah. And then your parents come to pick you up. Dixon puts the doors back on the walls where they were before, and you can walk out the door. The golden doors come. First car to pull up is, of course, the chauffeur, Sam. Your car is the first to pull up.
Yes, and I will say goodbye to everyone. It was funny.
And the chauffeur, Leonard, has a sawed-off shotgun, and he blasts into a wave of cockroaches that threaten to crawl into the car with you. And he says, of course, sir. Yes. Have a seat. Blam! The other one goes.
The flamethrower.
Second one to pull up is Abris's parents. They don't say much. They just listen to their smooth jazz and they nod at you for doing your time.
When I get in the car, I sit down, exhale, and just say, Mum, Dad, I promise I will never do anything to end up in detention with those degenerates again.
We know, son. We're proud of you. And the
Chadwick's
door
just
shuts.
waving at him as he goes.
The pickup truck arrives next. In a cloud of diesel smoke. Well, son, did you kick some ass today? Claps you on the back.
Pa, I played with the dog and I did 3 court shots in from the center and you would have been so proud of me. And now I need a gun. Because there's cockroaches everywhere and they're trying to kill us.
Glad you asked. Happy birthday, son. Happy New Year. And
God.
he puts an AK-47 in your lap. Cece, your mother arrives. The hem of her skirt a little bit ragged, as she's frantically brushing bugs off of her dress. Hi, just coming in from the apocalypse. # free CC. We love you so much, and we're so glad that the phone towers have not collapsed yet, and our infrastructure is still standing, so that way I could come to you live as I break my daughter out of detention.
Thanks, Mumsy.
And she wraps you up in her arms and takes a selfie with a very bright flash that envelops you, and you disappear. Sleb. What are you doing?
Sitting there quietly. Down 4 slugs. As everyone pulls away, they find slugs in each of their pockets. And and he just sits there, sort of hanging out.
Amazing.
Joining the revolution.
Yes, revolt, Charlie. Revolt!
Charlie!
Vive la resistance! And that is where we're going to end Definitely Wizards, with all of you having learned nothing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite type of learning.
Just brainless straight spellcasting.
Thank you for coming along on this spectacular journey. Please donate to the fundraiser that I'm going to put in the thing right now. Fundraiser. Boop.
Somebody once told me the world.
Thank you, Thomas. That's a perfect thing to talk about when I'm talking about mental health charities. So, what a great soundtrack for that. I am so glad that I got to play with my very bestest D&D friends to round out my new year. I love you guys. I love whoever's still here watching. And I hope you all have a spectacular and safe new year. I love you.
Thanks, Nikki.
Oh,
Thanks,
Queen.
Nikki.
thanks.
See you all in 2023.
Thank you.